Alright, just going to introduce you guys to my layout. This is a very modest layout. When we first purchased this table, it actually had two mountains with interwoven tubular track, which we later found out the reason that they sold it so cheap on Craigslist was because it wasn't tall enough for any trains to go through. So we tore down the mountains. We decided we wanted to put some sort of typography on it, and we redid the mountains. We put these, we created these mountains, these snowflake mountains. So we've got fast track down. We got a couple of trains on them. I just want to kind of go over the mountains right now. What you're seeing is all handmade. As you can tell here on the side, it's this is cardboard. We've just got cardboard here, which I kind of puzzled together. This is just a box cut, and then kind of sandwiched into used cardboard. Stuffed the interior here with like toilet paper, bags, whatever I could, just to get some volume, and then I overlaid that with some Great Stuff expanding foam. I did that. I covered the entire mountain with Great Stuff, and you get all these great curves, and you get all these great indentions. But of course, Great Stuff, when it comes out, and I'll try to post a picture, annotate this video with a picture, it's going to come out, and that's going to be very bubbly. And you're going to want to give it a couple days to dry, and so, or at least a solid 24 hours to dry, because when you start cutting into this, you're going to have goop. So all I did, very simple, was after I again made all this bubbly, I just took a X-Acto knife or a Stanley knife, box cutter, and basically I just went through and I cut. If it was round, I cut it. I just chiseled it. I just went down and just judiciously just cut, and try to cut all my round edges off. And of course, as you can see, it's already going to give you a sort of sporadic look. Nothing's gonna look the same, depending on how much Great Stuff or how much the expanding foam you put on, and you cut it out. You let that settle. Give it a time to settle. Maybe a day. Look back through it. Cut your mountain peaks here. As I kind of just cut down. This was one solid piece across. I kind of cut down and cut me out some mountain peaks. Again, kind of just chiseled away till I got the look. It cost me I just got junk cardboard, but the foam cost me about $30. It was about $30 in foam. About it was about 10 bottles of spray foam. Then I went and I used 3 different types of paint. I used white, just to give me a base. Then I used gray. I used just a flat gray primer, and after I put the flat gray on, then I just went back and streaked it. I streaked it here, and I streaked it through here and here with just black. I just kind of crisscrossed it, just kind of randomly put black streaks in it. Went back over it with some of the gray spray paint, again, just the cheapest that I could find. However, I did buy a 98-cent can from Walmart. I did not like it. It ran too much, so I popped up to like the $2.98 or the $3 to get a better coat. So it wasn't the exact cheapest. I just didn't go for the $8 or $9 can. I used $3 cans. So white, then gray, and then I used black streaks. Kind of went back over, if I felt like I had too much black, went back over it with gray. And then I used, for snow, it was during the holidays, so I just used like what you put snow, like you put snow on your Christmas tree, you put snow on your windows. And I just sprayed above and let the snow fall down. Just kind of sprayed at it and let it fall down, and that really gave some nice shadows and textures. And it was simple. It took me about 3 days to do. I added these little trees randomly, which I'll talk about in the next video about how to make those. But I did This, like I said, was one L-shaped kind of big box. I just cut a corner off and filled in. This was very similar. I just needed a tunnel, so I mean, you can see on this side I cut it too far out. This side's closer to what I wanted to look at, but this was my first time. I cut this too far out, so I have to go back and fill that in, which you can with the spray. But same thing. I actually just got tape and cardboard and kind of made me a lattice, back forth, back across, and then once I got kind of a solid even with tape. I mean, the tape wasn't even very secure. Then I would just start adding the spray, and I'd just do streaks, and I do like 2 cans a night and let it dry, and 2 cans a night. This actually took me about 4 days, and like I said, this was my first one, and then this was my my next one, or my other one. This took me 2 or 3 days, not long at all. But and then of course I added the trees, and this is just temporary. We're going to of course add more. I've got a platform I'm working on now using the same technique. Just, you know, cardboard, paper cups for height, and then you use of course expanding foam. That's great stuff. Great stuff is great stuff to use for modeling. Before, the mountains we had on there were chicken wire and plaster Paris. It tore us up. I mean, you couldn't put your hand in to grab a train or move anything without getting ripped on the wire. And it was bulky and heavy. And this is cardboard. Like I said, it's expanding spray foam, and it's a lot lighter. And you don't have to worry about, of course, if you have kids. I have a small 5-year-old. I didn't have to worry about him sticking his hand in and getting tore apart or jagged or cut or whatever. So, but I'll hopefully be annotating this video with some pictures for this mountain, and give you guys an idea of what it looked like during the stages. But simple. If you have any questions, just be sure to comment, and I'll be sure to read your comments and answer anything I can. Thank you.